Hi! So, one of the last books I read was Eat, Pray, Love, but I didn't choose it specifically, I just got it from my sister's bedroom. Um, there's a website somewhere called, like, First World Problems or something like that, which makes fun of problems that aren't real problems, like you wanted some ice cream but it wasn't soft scoop and you had to wait a while and stuff like that, just people complaining problems, not real problems, specifically. And then I saw a review for Eat, Pray, Love that said that the author of this book, of which the book is about, is just like the epitome of first world problems, because all the way through she just complains a bit. She's like, oh, I wanted to meditate, but there was mosquitoes. I wanted some pizza, but the restaurant was shut. It's like, oh, poor Elizabeth. But all the way through, she is sort of like it was all self-based, because it's supposed to be her journey of self-discovery and worth over a year where she goes travelling. Someone said in a review that since she'd been paid in advance to do the book, the year out to do all of this, it was probably less valid because you'd probably try and make things happen so that it makes a good book rather than just go with it. But I don't know about that because she still actually did these things. But I just found that I just majorly disagreed with her with most of the things that she did do in her year away of self-worth, such as going to Bali without planning at all. I mean, yeah, sure enough, you can if you're going to take a year out to try and find yourself and stuff, then maybe you want to go to other countries and learn other things and stuff like that. But if you're going to do these things, I think you should at least plan in advance and not just turn up at another country and be like, oh, what do you mean I'm not allowed in this other country for 4 months? Because you didn't even get a visa. She just bribed someone, and the person she wanted to stay with didn't recognise her and stuff like that. It's just like, what? Stupid. It's just stupid. It's not that it's anything about her self-discovery. It's just that she's so stupid at the way she organises things. It's just like, I don't know how she gets by. Because, I mean, if she's a lone female just travelling around, going off with anyone without any sort of planning in advance or anything like that, it's just ridiculously stupid idea. I should say that it would also be ridiculously stupid for a lone male to just go travelling around the world without any planning at all and just expect people to take him in and be nice to him all the time. I'm sort of the opinion that she's lucky to have got by. And of course some people do go travelling and that's all okay, but to do it without a visa or a place to stay or any form of planning or knowing the laws in those places or anything is ridiculous. And the book does end with her boyfriend being deported because they didn't learn anything about visas in the whole book. And in the end, when she wants to move her boyfriend into the USA, she doesn't get him a visa either. I mean, yeah, it's his job to get himself a visa, but still, at least twice in the book before then, she had problems and known problems with visas. So you'd think that she would say, oh, we've had problems with the visas, I know this is a serious thing, we shall get a visa. But she doesn't do that, she doesn't learn anything. Most of the problems in the book were problems that she herself created through lack of communicating with people or making them herself, and then subsequently she still complains about these things as if someone has caused them to happen to her or something, I don't know. But I can see plenty of reasons to not agree with her in her mindset, and I don't think, even though she went on a year of self-discovery, she learned anything really. But there was some interesting things like meditation as a subject and medicine and things like that. So there was some interesting things to read about, which was quite good, and I guess it was quite good to hear about her experiences, even if she took them in to be a self-indulgent sort of manner. But at the same time though, I know I said she writes about some subjects are interesting subjects that she writes about, but she does write about them in a sort of textbook manner at some stages. So it's a good sort of book, but it's really heavy reading. You've got to get through it because it's all sort of samey. I think the reason that so many people like the book Eat, Pray, Love and that it was made into the film is because people like the idea of going on holiday or taking a break or going off and doing things and being able to meditate and things like that. It's a good subject that people like. But there's nothing deep to the book.